You are listening to an Audiobox original story. Please like and subscribe, and I will create more stories for your listening pleasure.
The Bathhouse Chapter 6. The Blood in the Bark. The transition from the paved highway to the Blackwood access road was like crossing into another dimension. The lush, manicured trees of the city outskirts were replaced by ancient, gnarled oaks that seemed to lean over the road, their branches interlacing to choke out the gray morning light. The wipers on her Mini Cooper slapped against the windshield in a rhythmic melody that reverberated through the car. It was the only sound besides Rayon's shallow, steady breathing. "You're thinking about the dark," Glia said, not taking her eyes off the winding road. Rayon fidgeted in his seat. He had his window cracked open just a sliver, letting in the smell of pine and rotting leaves. They were driving through one of the oldest parts of Japan, the part that the younger generation abandoned for the bustling city with its bright lights and a blend of old culture with modern technology. Rayon adjusted his seat, pulling the lever at the base to send him back into a reclined resting position. "I'm thinking about Kane," he said, as he found the right position to help him relax. "I just don't trust him. And I have an unsettling feeling that is sitting in the pit of my stomach about this assignment." Glia's grip on the steering wheel tightened as she gave him a stern glare. "We're here to find out who hit the cottage, Rayon. Stick to the mission. I don't trust him either, but we need to stay focused and be prepared for whatever lies ahead." "Yes, you are right," he said. Rayon closed his eyes as he took in the damp air that helped him take his mind off the uneasiness that pulsated through his body. They finally reached the perimeter of the cottage. It had been 3 hours of silence. Rayon had fallen asleep but was suddenly jolted awake when the smooth pavement gave way to jagged gravel, the Mini Cooper bouncing as the suspension struggled to absorb the bumps of the unkept road. They came to a clearing among the trees. It was a modest 2-story structure of dark timber tucked into a natural depression in the land. From the outside, it looked like a hunter's retreat, but the tactical cameras mounted under the eaves and the reinforced steel door told the truth. Glia parked the car 50 yards out. She stepped out into the mud, the Glock 19 heavy in her hand. The air here was still, unnaturally still. No birds, no insects, just the sound of the rain dripping off the leaves. "Something's wrong," Rayon whispered, stepping out behind her. His savage instincts were clearly on high alert. His eyes were darting toward the tree line. "The air. He feels like it's vibrating." As they approached the front door, Glia saw the first sign of the professional execution Kane had mentioned. A guard was slumped against the porch railing. There was no struggle, no frantic spray of bullets, just a single, precise hole in the center of his forehead. "One shot," Glia noted, her voice a low rasp. He didn't even have time to unholster. They stepped over the threshold. Inside, the cottage was a wreck of high-end surveillance equipment and overturned furniture. 2 more bodies lay in the main living area, positioned almost artistically, as if they had been placed there for a reason. The blood seeped into the old wooden floors, staining the grain a dark mahogany red that seemed to glisten in the shadows like wet ink as they searched further into the structure. But Glia wasn't looking at the bodies. She was looking at the door at the back of the kitchen, the one leading to the cellar. The door was slightly ajar. From the darkness below, a faint, rhythmic sound drifted up. Clink, clink, clink. It was the sound of metal hitting metal. "He's in the red room," Glia whispered, her heart hammering a rhythm that matched the clinking below. "Subject 012. He's waiting for us."
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe so I can bring you more original stories, and please feel free to comment and share your thoughts. It will be much appreciated. Please come back and visit because more chapters are on the way. Thanks again.